Back to another video. Today I'll be showing you how to make a mob and XP farm. So this is the mob and XP farm right here. So you've got a usual mob farm. This is the mob farm that Gem Bomb uses, and also Mumbo Jumbo used this mob farm too. So this is a widely used mob farm. It's a really nice mob farm. I've turned it into a mob and XP farm. So how I've made it is I've made a section here, so the mobs will drop into here, they'll go through here, across here, then up for water chute. So I'm pretty much just transporting the mobs all the way up here, and they go all the way up, then they drop down, they take a bit of fall damage, so it makes it easier for them to die, and then you can get your sword, whatever sword you want, and whack them with it. And you've got the storage system under here. You can sort of get a few bits here. Some of the stuff in there is was from something else I was doing earlier. But most of this is just loot from it. I don't know why there's Prismarine in there. So all you need to do is just get your sword and whack them. I'll show you the enchantments that I've got on my sword is Sharpness and Sweeping Edge. These are the main two enchantments you really need for this, just because it makes it easier to kill them and stuff like that. Also added a glass area so you can watch the mobs go up. It's quite satisfying just to watch them go up and across. Now I've added scaffolding to get up, but once you have an elytra you can make this sort of platform here to land on. So you can fly and land on this platform instead of having to go all the way up here. This farm, this like XP farm, it's really good though. You can get to level 30 in around 5 to 10 minutes, which is really not bad at all. And it uses a timer, so in Gem Bomb's video he uses a different timer. I use this one just because you can alter it, so if you think it's a bit too quick then you can change it a bit, but if you think it's a bit too slow you can change it as well, much easier. But with his one you have to like take all the repeaters out and add more repeaters, or take away some repeaters. It just makes it a bit too complicated. This is why I use this sort of mechanic here, where I wonder why it's thunder. I feel like I've done the game rules for this, so I wonder why there's thunder. I could change the weather to clear. Yeah, I'm sorry about the weather. We are seeing some sunny skies today now. No more rain, which is quite nice. So anyway, I'm going to show you how to build this thing. First I'll show you how to build the mob farm, and then I'll show you how to build this big tube and the kill chamber, anything like that. And I'll start off with the mob farm, as that's like the easiest part. Or the mob and XP farm. This is only for the mob farm part though, not the actual shoot and everything like that. So you are going to need more resources afterwards anyway. But I'm only showing you the resources so far for the XP, the mob farm bit, so where the mobs will spawn. But I'll show you the resources in a bit for what you'll need. So you'll need a dispenser. This is to dispense the water. You need observers. You only need a few of these. One dropper. You can also use extra dispenser for that, but dispensers do take an extra bow, so I'd say use a dropper instead. It just saves resources. You need a lot of smooth stone slabs. This is mainly for the spawning platform and the roof. You need 10 buckets of water. As buckets are non-stackable, I've decided to put them like this, just to save space in my inventory. You need some glass. It's just an estimate of how much glass you'll need. You probably need less, but I'd say get this much just because. You'll need sticky pistons, only 2 of them. You need a redstone block. You need some redstone. You need 2 hoppers. This is for the hopper clock. You need 2 comparators. You need a normal water bucket. This will just be for placing the water at the bottom of it, and just for general water. You won't need to put this in any dispensers or anything like that. You need some normal smooth stone blocks. just any blocks really. But you need scaffolding or dirt, whatever you use as scaffolding anyway. This just helps to get to certain areas. If you have an elytra, you can just use an elytra. But you need oak signs and you'll need torches. This is just to light up the area, stop mobs from spawning and bringing the mob cap down. It's quite an annoying thing. So I'm going to show you how to build this farm. So first, I'll get my smooth stone. You can use scaffolding actually. You're going to need to go up 10. So if I turn on, if I have this on right now, so the ground level is at Y69. So if I go up 10, that will be Y79. So I need to build this up until I get to Y79. So this is at Y79. This is where your falling platform's going to be. So what you need to do is you need to go out a bit. You need to give a large area, so you need a 5 area for the mobs to drop. You're going to need your slabs. Now we're just going to build a square around this area. Scaffolding's here to just help guide. You can use dirt, but dirt is not really that great. Well, I don't think it's great anyway. So you'll have this sort of area like this. So this is where the mobs will drop in. Now we're going to have to go out by a bit. So you're going to need to make the water system. So I'll show you the exact measurements. So I'll get my water bucket out. So you're going to need to make sure that the water stops at this point here. So you're going to need to go out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I think I'll need to go out 9. So 2 more. So we'll be making a sort of like a T shape here. Then we go across like this. A bit like this. And then we also move this. So we have this sort of shape here. We're making the T shape here again. Even though this doesn't really look that much like a T anyway, but I'm just going to imagine there's a T there. I'm not very good at doing. Then we're just making this platform area where the mobs will get flushed down. So you're going to need to make this sort of platform all the way around the area for the mobs to get flushed all the way down. From me, before we go any further with the video, I just want to tell you that only a small percentage of my viewers are actually subscribed, so why not consider subscribing? It's perfectly free and you'll get notified when I upload. Imagine like in the future when you want to build a slime farm, honey farm, and you really don't know how to. Well, you might look at your subscription feed and find that, oh look, XGeckoX has uploaded a video on how to build a slime farm. So why not consider subscribing, you know? That time in the future might come very soon, because I am definitely doing a slime farm video, a honey farm video, maybe even another tree farm video. But, you know, it might help, it will help you, it will help me, it will help everyone. So, subscribe. Area in like this, you can get rid of the scaffolding there as you're able to just jump like that. Now what you need to do is you need your oak signs, or whatever signs you're using. I'm using oak, so you can use a different sort of wood, like spruce or the savannah wood. Try not to type anything in them, there's not really any point in doing that. Just place them like this, all across. Doesn't matter where they are as long as they're in this area here. So it should fill up this. You should really use all 16. Now this next thing you need to do is, I kind of miscalculated the amount you need to go out. I went out too far, so just break this like that. This platform's a bit too big, so I'm gonna break it as well. So I'll show you how many it actually needs to be. I only miscalculated it because of the oak signs. I kind of forgot that they existed. As the water needs to go all the way like this. The water needs to go through here and end up there, so that's why it needs to be that far. That's why it's a bit too small. So the next bit after you've done that is, after you've fixed that, is you need your smooth slabs. You to go out 3 like this, build up, and build an extra one here, then have glass all across here. Then you need to go all the way around. You need to have this across here. You need to have it diagonally like this. Each one of these needs to be 3 wide, and then with this you just go across like that. So you need to do this all the way around, same with the glass. So you need to have it exactly like this. We'll be placing water on the edges there, but get this bit done first. Like, you filled this area here, so you've done this higher bit here, you've got the glass all the way around. You need to get your water bucket, only 1 water bucket, it's not the 10 water buckets you'll need for the dispensers. You'll be just placing water all across here, all the way around. And how it will work is, the water will go across here, the mob will go down here, and will fall down there. It's a really nice, simple design, and I think it's really cool. So all you'll be doing is just placing your water buckets across here, making sure each water bucket's on this. You can't just have it like this, otherwise you'll have this gap here. You have to have all of them placed down. You can always make an infinite water source nearby that you can really easily access. When I was building this on survival, I made like an area across here and built an infinite water source just to make it a bit quicker. As I didn't really have a nitro then, because I was doing it before I went to the end. But it's just a really easy way of doing it. So now we're going to make the first platform. You're going to need to build around 3 blocks high. Take that down. And then you'll be building the area here. You'll leave this one here for the dispenser. You can place the dispenser right in the middle there. You're going to be making a diamond shape across here. You're going to need to make it 7 out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 out, so like this. On each side you need to have it exactly like this. I'll build it just to show you how to build one of them. And also the one above too. And we'll be building 10 of these. So you'll need, that's why you need 10 of each item. That's why you need 10 of the dispensers, 10 of the observers, 10 of the water buckets. You need all of them, just for this spawning platform. So you'll be building the top, for the top one, you'll need to use a dropper or the other item. So you have this sort of spawning platform here. Now just to test that it makes it to the end, normally I sometimes do that just to make sure it can get to the end. Normally I don't need to because I've counted the amount of blocks, but what I do is I get a block, I build upwards, I get a dispenser, I place the dispenser there, get rid of the block there, put an observer that will be observing that, break that block, and you'll have the setup here. Now when this goes off, the observer will know when that's going to happen and turn that one on. So it will be a onward system. You'll just be making another one of these platforms, and you'll keep going until you run out of observers and dispensers. So you'll have to build 10 of these platforms. Now you have properly finished all the platforms, all 10 of them. So you've put all the water inside the dispensers, you've got the observers all in place. Sometimes you do get mobs spawning down here. You can just put torches, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So once you've got the platforms ready, you're going to need to, on the top bit, you're going to need to go 2 up with any block, scaffolding, anything really. And you're going to need to put your slabs this way so mobs can't spawn on top of them. This is going to be the top layer, so you're going to have to make like an area around here. And you're going to need your dropper, and you can just put it like this. Have your dropper like that. You're going to need your last observer, place it like this, and this is just gonna, the observer will go into that, you'll take the output out of that, and make some area for yourself, just for the top. We're going to be making the redstone first before we make the roof, because the redstone always comes first, always. So I'm going to make the redstone. You're going to need your sticky pistons, your hoppers, your comparators, all that sort of stuff, and also your redstone block. And I won't always forget the redstone dust. So for this bit, you're going to need to put a block here. You're going to need to, you can replace some of these top bits with blocks like this. Then you're going to need to have your hoppers in like this, your redstone comparators, just replace that with that. You're going to need to have it this sort of setup like this. Then you put some blocks here. Sometimes I like to put blocks down there just to make it look a bit nicer. Then you need your redstone dust, your 2 bits, and you're going to need 1 there. This will turn on the contraption. You can take that off for now actually, just in case it turns on. Then you're going to need your sticky pistons just across here, like that. And then you can put your redstone block here. Now you need half a stack of something, so that's why you've got blocks. Normally I'll put half a stack of items in here, and you can leave that running like that. Now you will start to see these turning on. If you want to, I didn't include this in the tutorial, but I might as well include it. You can just get a lever if you want, but I haven't really included it just because it's not really that much needed. But you can just have this on just to keep it off. And I need to put the redstone like that. So that will make sure it can turn on and off. Now the next thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to make the roof. This is the roof of the design, so this is to make sure the mobs can actually spawn. Without this, the mobs won't spawn, so this is very needed. So we're going to have to go 14 out, so far I've got 2 here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you're going to need to go 14 out like this, and you're going to be making the same sort of diamond shape as this, just going all the way across like that. So I'll show you the finished design just in case you don't understand what I'm talking about. It should be all in place. If it doesn't look like this, then you've done it wrong. So now the way to turn it on is you just flip the lever, or it might already be on if you're not having the lever system. And the mobs, there's already one there, will all be flushed down here and drop all the way down here and get rid of the scaffolding. And they'll all be flushed all the way down here. And they'll all spawn, go down here. And that's how the mob farm works. So I'm going to show you next how to make the system here, which transports the mobs all the way up, until they get to the top. They drop down, take some full damage, and you can just whack them with your sword. So I'm going to show you how to make this fit. I've also got a item list for that as well. I wanted to keep them separate just in case you just wanted the mob farm and not just the XP farm, or you might just want the XP farm because you've got like a separate mob farm or something like that. But I'm going to show you how to build the XP grinder right now. Now we're going to make the XP farm area. So this is the sort of items you're going to need. So this is an average of how many building blocks you'll need. You'll probably need much more, but I couldn't really fit any more in this area of my inventory. You are going to need torches just to light up the area where you're fighting the mobs and underneath the mob farm, and also you're going to need the slabs to spawn proof a few bits as well, just where the where the system that collects all the mobs together is. You're also going to need soul sand to level them up. You're going to need your trusty water bucket. Try and make a water source by the area just to make it easier. You're also going to need a chest. You're also going to need hoppers. You're going to need stuff like that. Also, you are going to need one more item. This is only to help you make the water sources. You don't have to have this. You don't have to make water sources like this, but you can also use kelp just to make the final shoot and bone meal. There's two different ways you can do this, but I'll show you how the bone meal and kelp way is, because that way is probably the easiest way to do this. So for the section here, I'm going to go get some building blocks. You need your building blocks, you'll probably need your water as well. Now you want to make like an area, sort of like this, across here. Now what side are you going to make it? So you could probably make it going across here and up this side here. So you're going to need to make an area a bit like this. So like this, you're going to need to go a few down. You don't have to drop them too far down. A nice 4 down wall, so you can have it like this. Then you'll be making the ground. So you just get a block here. You can use slabs, but I'm just using normal blocks. So just make a area across here. This will deliver the mobs across. It'll deliver them to the side. Then you'll be placing your water sources. And it will be like this. So you can just put blocks like with the wall across here. I tend to like to have it like this. You can also lower the wall height, which I'm going to do just to make it a bit more compact. And also you don't need these corner blocks, because they kind of like waste blocks in a way. So you can just get rid of that. This will drop them into a second chute that will keep them together. It's like an extra compartment. Then you'll need to drop this down too, so they won't be able to try and get out again, because sometimes they'll try to do that. Sometimes you will get spiders staying up there, but it will take them a bit of time just to get down there. Most of the time they do just drop down. So you have this sort of water chute system. It's easier to make it. It's much nicer if you can have it like this height here, just for the water system. And you need to make like a pathway across here. We'll be making 2 different areas, not 3. You can place the water down like this, so the mobs will be able to, they'll be delivered across. Then you'll need your book signs, or whatever signs you're using. It doesn't really matter which ones you use, as long as they're still signs. And also your cobblestone wall, or any sort of wall you want to use. Then you just have them like this. This will nibble them a bit. Now you can make the wall a bit bigger. Then you place water. You'll be placing the water here. So to stop it from going to the other side, you place signs there. And you have it like this. Should have really made this a bit bigger. I'll just make this bigger for both of them. And you'll have a compartment a bit like this. Now we'll be making the chute where the soul sand will be. That will be where the mobs will get delivered. So you'll need to make a sort of like an area, so we'll be going down in a way. you'll have your soul sand here. Then you can have this little chute across here. So what will happen is you'll go down. So you'll make this sort of compartment. So you'll be dropped down. That'll speed you up a little bit, and you'll be knocked onto this area here, or the mobs will be anyway. So this is how the water system works. And the good thing about this one is you can put your signs here, and you can have the water here, and it won't do anything to annoy this water here. So that's the water system here. Now you just need to, all you need to do now is just fill in this area, put on the roof and everything like that, you know, make it all nice. So you'll be adding like a water chute. This area will be a bit higher than the others, but you're just making a compartment like this. So you're going to need to get your F3 menu up, so like this. You're going to need to find your Y level, so mine right now is 69. So now you need to add 127 to your Y level, so mine's 69. So you need to work out 127 plus whatever your Y level is. Now once you've got that figure, you need to build up all the way up to that figure there. So you need to keep building and building until you get to this area here. You're going to build this tube all the way up to that Y level. So whatever your Y level is. So I'll be building to mine. Built your column all the way up here, like I said. So it should be at your Y level. Mine was 196. I don't know what yours would have been. It would have been something similar to that, as you would have been doing it from a ground level. So now you're going to need your building blocks. You're going to need to go out like this. This is the area where you're going to stand while you're killing all the mobs. So it's that area there. You're going to have to go across here. Just make a ledge like this. Now we're going to have to go up 20 blocks. Your tube's going to have to go up another 20 blocks. So before I place any in that area there, what I like to do, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I quite like to get 4 bits of glass and just place 4 bits there. So what you can do then is, while you're waiting for mobs, you can watch out for mobs. So sometimes mobs will go up this tube. You can watch them go up. It's quite satisfying. It's quite nice. Before they get to you, you can sometimes hear them too. So anyway, you're gonna have to build this 20 blocks high. Some arrows. So anyway, 20 blocks high. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to go up a few more blocks. So I'll just build one column up to 20 blocks. That's easier. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so that's 20 blocks. You'll need to build this column all the way up to 20 blocks. You have to build it on all of the sides there. From all the way up here, you need to get your water. To place water all around here, you're actually going to need 4 buckets of water for that. And then you can just swim all the way down. It does take a bit of time to get to this area here. And you'll be dropping down into this area here. It's just a quick way of getting down. Now you just have to wait for your water to get all the way down here. You can place, while you're waiting, you place your oak signs here. Just across here. Just like that. And the water should be here any minute. Yep, it's on its way. This is the way I do it. So you're going to need your kelp and your bone meal. If you're not doing it this way, then what you can do is just go in here, place water sources across, and just keep going until you get to the top. But I think this way is the easiest way. So get your kelp and your bone mill, and just continuously place the bone mill until it grows to the very top, until you're unable to do it. You can tell when you're unable to do it because you won't be able to place anymore. So I'll get to you when I've got all this grown. Once you've bone milled all of this until you can't bone mill it anymore, you just need to break the kelp, so like this. And then watch this magic. Oh look, you can go up. See, the kelp makes the water into actual water sources, so that's why you're able to turn this into a bubble elevator. That's your window. And when you get to the top, you should have tons of kelp. I don't know what you use this kelp for, but it's a lot of kelp. The other way you could have done it though is like this. So placing the water manually like this and like that creates a water source. So going all the way up and placing it like that, but it's not very quick, so that's why I use that way instead of the other way. So now we've got this area here. We're going to need to make the other area, so you're going to need to make a sort of ledge across here. Put a little wall up here. And just make an area all the way over here. Then get your oak signs or whatever signs you're using. I've said that so many times. Place it like this. And get your water bucket and place it like that. So you have the water going all the way across here. Now wherever it stops, so here, you're going to be placing the chute where all the mobs will drop down and take full damage. Now so they'll be jumping up here, going out there. So you're going to need to add an extra wall across here. And then you'll be adding the roof. You can either spawn proof the roof, or you can just add loads of torches. I prefer adding lots of torches, as spawn proofing can be quite boring. I kind of find spawn proofing boring in their way. So you can spawn proof it or use torches. Then you need to go all the way down. Make sure you find where your ledge is. Should be on here. So you're just going to make a little tunnel all the way down. I'd say start from this end actually, it would have been better to start from this end. So you're sort of making a sort of area all the way down here. We'll be placing the hoppers down here to collect all the stuff and doing that sort of stuff. For the interior. So, let's get our hoppers. We'll be placing some here, some across here. This is where the mobs will go down. They'll drop down into this area here. Then you can make an area like this, trapdoors. You can walk under there and whack the mobs. The mobs, well, especially the creepers, won't be able to see you. You're perfectly protected. If you do this though, the creepers will be able to see you and will blow up. So don't crouch. Remember that, otherwise you'll be exploded by creepers. It's fair warning. It's not a very nice thing to happen. It's happened to me once. I don't really like talking about it, but creepers are horrible. So anyway, you're going to be making an interior. So you put your stone button here to open the door. I suggest using an iron door, just in case a random zombie is able to spawn out here, which they won't, and I just like the look of iron doors. They look really industrial in a way, and you know, they look quite cool. They fit the sort of design that we're building. So you're going to make this sort of area outside here, or inside really, but you'll be making a roof, and this will be your little hut. You can watch the mobs go up, and it's very nice. Now we're going to have to break the floor here, and we'll be making a collection system. So we'll be using more hoppers, so we'll take that down here. We can't have a chest here, otherwise we'll be too low, the creepers will still be able to see us. And we'll just be putting blocks across here. I'd suggest having 2 double chests, just because this thing can fill up quite quickly. Especially on hard mode, where mobs can wear armor. You can always have a filter machine that can filter out all the items, but I really want to keep this tutorial a bit more simple than that. For some people that can be quite complicated. Not me, but some people. And we'll be making sort of a nice area down here. And you can just place a block here. Let's go round to the platform. And you should have this sort of look. Just place some slabs here. Trapdoors. Get your ladder. Place it down here. Like that, so you can run across nicely, and then when you want to get the items, check how many items you have, you can just check them like that. So this is the system here. I've given it a bigger area here for elytra, because sometimes you want to, once you've got an elytra, you can fly here instead of having to climb up the scaffolding, because it just takes forever, it's not worth it. Now, next we'll need the scaffolding. This is only if you want to. If you've already got an elytra, then you don't need the scaffolding. My survival world, I didn't put scaffolding because I had an elytra. So you can just drop down like this. You can MLG bucket if you want to, even though I'm not very good at them. Or you can just have water down here. Then you just place scaffolding. You can just keep going up and up. And up, and up. And you should get to the platform there. On survival you can just do it like this. You might need quite a bit of scaffolding. You'll need exactly the amount of scaffolding as you have for your white level, so you'll need exactly 127 scaffolding. Now next we'll be doing spawn proofing. I'll show you how to spawn proof this area as good as it needs to be. For some spawn proofing, we'll be placing some torches around here. Just place them around here like this. You don't have to put them everywhere, just place them nicely. Put them on the ground too to stop mobs from spawning down here. I put quite a few there, you don't need that many really, but just place as many as you can. Spread them out if you want. Just make sure that this cover under here is perfectly fine. I've got night vision, so it's quite hard to see if it's nice or not, but you can put however many you need, however many you think you need. And for the slabs, you can use the slabs on the very top area. You can also put them down here if you prefer to use slabs, just to make sure the spawn proofing's really well, and just place them on top of this area here. Make sure the slabs are actually facing like this. Otherwise mobs will still be able to spawn on them, so your spawn proofing effort would be useless. So just place slabs across here really nicely like this. And you'll also be doing the top area too, so don't worry about that. This thing is perfectly fine spawn proofing wise. It's pretty much all spawn proof, except the actual spawning platforms itself. So we'll be going to the very top. We could spawn proof the top area. It's just quite nice to do it. So just put a torch there, you only need one. What I like to do is just place some slabs here. Gives it a nice industrial feel. And you could place torches here, but slabs work just as well. Now you can put torches across here. And this is just to spawn proof it from any bad mobs you don't want spawning there, who will destroy the mob cap. Now, once you're in your area, I should really turn it on. I turned it off just because it's getting a bit annoying. Because you know the mobs can still shoot you while you're building this. So now it's on, you can turn it on and off whenever you want. just using that lever. You don't have to have a lever if you don't want to, but it's my advice to use a lever. Let's go to the top. Now I'll show you what sort of sword I advise you using. If I get my anvil, because you need some enchantments. You can use a netherite sword if you want. Diamond sword works just as well. I wouldn't advise iron sword just because they don't last long, and they're just not good damage wise. Diamond or netherite works really well. I'm going to use a netherite. Now, an enchantment that you definitely need, like it makes everything much more easier, is Sweeping Edge. It just makes everything much better. Then you need Sharpness. Sharpness just makes life much more easier. It kills the mobs much quicker, even though they have taken a significant amount of full damage. Sharpness just helps. Oh look, there's already mobs. Okay, we need the Mending. This is just a Mender sword. And Unbreaking, just because you don't want your sword to break anytime soon. That's enchantment. Sometimes I like to combine the books before. It kind of decreases the amount of levels needed. Now for your dream sword. It's the sort of sword you're gonna advise using. Wow, that's a lot of experience. Each wave of mobs comes around 12 seconds. So you'll start seeing mobs appearing every 12 seconds. Around anyway. On servers it can be a bit less, but you'll start to get stuff as well. I do advise, if you're on hard mode, having a sorting system. Just because you can get like armor and tools, it's kind of annoying. You also get problems with spiders climbing as well, but they normally in the end just drop and you can kill them easily, or they kill themselves. But this mob farm can get you to level 30 in around 5 minutes, so that's really good. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, hope you found it useful, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.